We're letting go of needing to be perfect, right? I'm not sitting down. My head's cut off. It's not perfect. And you know what? It's totally okay. We're going to be okay. Everybody's going to be okay. They have a thin candy shell. Your brain has a shell on it. Shut up, Richard. So there we go. Okay. So we're letting go of everything. Not yet, right? So I love this one because it's like I like to call it somebody lied to you, honey. So all the values, all the systems, all of the structures, all the beliefs that we hold that are not ours, we've been lied to. But we believe the lie. And we've accepted the conditioning and we've created it in our own worlds for ourselves. And we don't have to do it anymore. We don't have to keep up appearances. We don't have to, keep up with the Joneses. We don't have to fall in line. We can just say, nah, nah, nah. I'm too tired. I can't. I can't do it. I just can't. And Virgo is all about our physical health. So it's a beautiful time to recognize if I do 15 things in 5 minutes, what does that do to my physical body? Am I okay with that? I love to win all the gold stars and get all the medals and all the awards and, have the 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 trophy that doesn't exist for doing the most things before 8 a.m. than anyone else on the planet, right? I get anxious when I wake up and it's 6 a.m. and not 5 a.m. and I didn't do 17 things already, right? Who feels that way? I used to get mad at my husband for still getting up before me. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Jose. I'm sorry. Um, and now we have this awareness. We have this great awareness of I don't need to do that. I don't need to abide by the systems that created where I am today. I don't need to follow the rules that I didn't write. I don't need to just blindly be obedient to everything that's being handed to me. I can take a look at it and I can go, no thanks. Like I'm gonna go play outside, right? Like I don't want to do this, so I'm not going to. And that's the best thing for me. This moon is saying, check into what's going on in your intuition. I'm an intuition coach. This is what I teach. I love this stuff. I love, you know, casting all of the popular external opinions aside and just going, how am I feeling? What is this doing to my nervous system? Is this supportive of me in my journey, or is this setting me back? Is this making me feel even worse, more confused? Am I asking too many people? I've personally had many injuries over my lifetime, and what I realized or learned in that process was when I go and see 7 different professionals for one issue, my body goes on overdrive and it reacts so harshly. It's like, hey, leave me alone. Stop poking, prodding me, testing me. You already know what's wrong. You just needed to lay down. Lay down, take a nap most of the time. Use ice, okay? And do it regularly. So the goddess of this moon is Hygeia, because Hygeia is all about the balms and the salves. This is what, oh my gosh, Sarah Verba was saying. Like creating the potions, the elixirs for the soul, for the spirit, and of course for the physical body, because that's what Virgo is about. I'm not going to tell you all this stuff right now. I'm already getting too carried away. We're going to do a twist practice tonight. So get pillows to support yourself. There's nothing that you can't do without some pillows, but I always like to recommend that you have some soft, like foam. Foam blocks are always my favorite, but if you have some cork ones or anything, great. I like to use a big fat bolster. I like to use a big fluffy pillow so that I don't have any hard parts of my bony body on touching any hard surfaces, because that's just not nice and fun. Doesn't let me relax. Restorative is about restoring, letting go. So without further ado, let's do a little bit of breath work. But before we do that, please make sure you're comfortable. Please, please, please. Let your physical body find ease and comfort. And if that means sitting up on a chair, do so. If that means kneeling for you, if that means sitting in a different way, or just like, sticking your legs out to the sides. What position do you feel like, I can just like I can just rest? We're going to take the body from, or we're going to take the energy from the brain, always thinking, into Manipura. So the seat of the mind is actually in Manipura chakra, in the solar plexus, the origin of the mind. We might think brain is the mind, but really it's this internal fire. It's what we feed that then produces, that creates output in the world. And we're going to soothe that tonight with a lot of twists. So I'm going to guide you through some gentle, more movement than we normally do. We normally just lay in different postures and do some breath work at the beginning. But we're going to move a bit because Manipura is all about the engine of the body and the fire that creates movement. So we've got fire and air. That's just like inducing even more fire. And we do want to cool it down a bit so that we don't think that we have to do so much when we have those perfectionist tendencies, so that we can actually believe that, no, I don't. I'm allowed to rest. I'm allowed to just be here. So let's do a little bit of movement, a little bit of pranayama, and then we can pull the body down. So inhale and reach the arms up. The whole purpose of this stuff is to move with the breath. So let the breath originate the movement. Then we're going to turn to the right. It might look like the left on the video because it's opposite. Place the arms down. Take the hand that's in front, the outside of the knuckles against the outside of the thigh, and straighten that arm. So you're going to draw your shoulder blades back on your inhale, like you're flapping your wings, pulling your shoulder blades back and together. And then on your exhale, you're going to rotate from your ribs around and back. So it's like your outer rib is reaching towards that knee that the hand is on. Your back hand can be behind you on the floor. It could be up on a block, up on a bolster, up on a chair, whatever furniture is around you, like I have. We're going to take 3 full breaths here. Envision the breath rising from the base of your spine up to the crown of your head by releasing what's called Muladhara, the root chakra, the base of the spine. You release it as you inhale, fill up, and again, lengthen the spine, draw the shoulder blades back on the inhale, straighten out. And then on the exhale, you're rotating by pressing this arm into the outside of the knee and also rotating from the ribs. So rotating back and around. Maybe you can glance over your back shoulder and just see where does the neck extend to? What's the depth of the rotation? Inhale, or as you inhale, you're going to release Mula Bandha, the root lock, fill up the belly, fill up the ribs, the chest, the throat, the third eye, the top of the head, and draw the shoulder blades back. And then as you exhale, you're going to twist a little bit deeper. These are like micro movements, right? From the ribs, straight front arm, pressing into the outside of the knee or thigh. You can breathe through your nose, through your mouth, whatever feels good. I think we already did 3, but we're going to do 1 more just for fun. Big inhale, lengthen the spine, draw the shoulders back. As you exhale, whenever you do, you don't have to follow my cue. It's when your breath naturally flows. So you're going to revolve at the ribs and gaze back. On this next inhale, whenever the inhale comes, you're going to gently lift the arms back up to center and revolve the whole torso back and around. Maybe hold the breath at the top a little bit. Tuck the chin back, lengthen the spine. Maybe even interlace the thumbs and pull them actively apart. Keep your arms straight. When you need to exhale, whenever that is, engage Mula Bandha. Draw the belly back and twist to the other side. So the opposite arm is on the opposite thigh or knee. The outside of the knuckles are pressing against the outside of the thigh or knee. And you're revolving from the rib cage, gazing back gently. As you inhale, draw the shoulder blades back. So you're lengthening through the spine, lengthening through the crown of the head, filling up the whole body with breath from the root, base of the spine, up to the crown. And then as you exhale, whenever you do, draw the ribs down and back around. Gaze over that back shoulder. This is all we're doing. This is the process. Following your own natural breath. I'm going to use a block for this hand this time, right? You can put your hand on the floor, on a block, on a bolster, on some furniture, wherever that backhand needs to go so that you're straight, right? You want that back arm to kind of be like a flying buttress holding you up, or like a kickstand. You don't want it to be down on the floor if you're leaning back, because you want it to be straight so that the breath can flow through all of your chakra system. We want the spine to be nice and straight and kind of aligned, like all the vertebrae are stacking on top of each other. As you inhale, draw the shoulders back, chin is tucked, reach through the top of the head. Imagine a line from the root of the spine all the way up to the top of the head. And as you exhale, wrap those ribs around. So we're rotating from the rib cage, not the hips, not as much the shoulders. Of course, they are rotating as well, but it's originating at the ribs so that we're pressing down on the adrenal glands. We're kind of like massaging those fight or flight mechanisms that are built into the physical body. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, tuck the chin, breath through the top of the head. As you exhale, whenever you do, doesn't have to be at the same time as me. Maybe you're breathing faster or slower than I am. Wrap it around with the ribs. Gazing back as far as you can. We're not trying to force it. We're not trying to push it. We're not trying to crack anything. We're just breathing and testing out what's our range of motion. One more big inhale. Shoulder blades back like you're flapping your wings. And exhale, revolve with the ribs. Ooh, this, if there's anything full moons do is keep us awake, but tire us out. There's a lot of work going on in this metaphysical body beyond what we can even comprehend right now. As you inhale, bring the arms gently back up to center. Maybe interlace the thumbs. Maybe pull the arms kind of straight. Breathe in all the breath you can. Maybe hold your breath at the top. Big belly. Root lock is open. Tuck the chin. Elbows by the ears. Hold as long as you can without strain. Whenever you need to release and exhale, draw the navel back first, then the ribs come down. Release the hands. Envision tracing an arc of white light around your whole body as the breath releases through the heart, through the throat, through the third eye, through the back of the head, bindu, through the top of the head, sahas. Beautiful. Inhale those arms back and up. Really pay attention to how you're breathing. So whenever you take a breath, you breathe and then you move. Exhale, lower one arm down to the side and reach your top arm up and over your head. Gaze up. This is an open twist, right? We just did a closed twist where we're working against the torso, against the body, against the legs, sorry. Now we're opening up. Open that shoulder, open the top arm, let the head rotate up and down. Maybe you syncopate it with your breath. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale, gazing down. Stay for 3 rounds of breath. You're also bringing a lot of space underneath of the open side, whatever side you went to, the top arm side of the body. Stretching out those ribs, the intercostal muscles, the connection to the hip bone. Gazing down and up. We're just staying still. Yogi's choice. You got to make these practices your own, especially with a South Node Virgo full moon. This has to be your own. You have to let go of what even I say. Who am I? What do I know? Right? You got to just do what you got to do for you. You do you, boo. You don't like this breathing? Do you the breathing that you do like? You don't like this posture? Do whatever you want. You're at home. I can't even see you. No, I'm not going to be offended. No judgment. I wouldn't judge you even if you were in my in-person class. You do what you want. It's your practice. It's your life. That's really what this moon is saying. Go away from the organized, the rubrics that we've fictitiously adopted, these measures that we haven't chosen. We've just let them measure us. Inhale to come back to center. Now we're going to go the other way as you exhale. Let the exhale begin with the low belly. Let it come up through the ribs, up through the heart. You know, at the very bottom of your exhale, your hand is down. Then on the inhale, we're going to open the chest, open the shoulder. Maybe the elbow comes back behind you. This is my frozen shoulder, by the way. This is like miraculous amounts of movement that I got going on these days, since I've gotten some extremely beneficial holistic care. So every time you inhale, you're kind of like opening the heart a little bit more. You're still doing like the same thing we did when we were doing the seated spinal twist. That was closed, a closed twist. We're still drawing the shoulders back a bit. Remember rotating the neck if you want to too. Ooh, there's crickety cracks going on. Like skeletons in the closet. But the difference is we're opening ourselves instead of going against the bottom half of the body. See how it's just like splayed out? There's nothing pressing on the ribs, so we're letting them recalibrate, open back up, letting all of the white blood cells that kind of went into the solar plexus when it's being twisted together, they're kind of flooding through the system now. They're like, oh, where do we need to help out? We're free. We're not crunched in. Now we can go and support. Three of your own breaths, right? So it's a big inhale and a full and complete exhale. Maybe on the exhale, you reach the arm a little bit more. Maybe on the exhale, you're feeling more of the rib, the intercostal muscles. Maybe on the exhale, you're grounding that opposite hip down into the floor. My arm just wants to flop, so I'm going to do it. You do you, right? There's a lot of strain there. Wow. Whew. If it's hard, you can do hard things, and you can also make it a little bit easier. You can also honor your body and don't do as I do. Do as I say. Literally, don't do what I'm doing if it doesn't work for you. Right? Do what you need to do for your body. Oh, lordy, lord, the neck is tight, children. Oh, dang. Ooh. All right. When you come back up, remember you're going to inhale to come back up. You're going to wait for it. You're going to wait for the bottom of your exhale. And you're going to inhale, come back up. Oh, now we're just going to do it a little quicker. Twist to the side, opposite, exhale, inhale back up to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Right, we're going back to what we did at the beginning. Now inhale up, and we're going to lean to one side. Full exhale. Let the inhale lift your whole torso back to center. Let the exhale lower your opposite hand and reach these open twists. Let the inhale bring you back up to center. Ah, beautiful. Throughout the whole practice today, I invite you to inhale fully, envisioning the breath traveling from the root, the base of the spine, through the belly, through the ribs, through the chest, through the throat, through the third eye, through Bindu, the top back of the head, and crown, top of the head. And when you exhale, I invite you to do the same envisioning, the same, but it's contracting now, contracting the belly, contracting the ribs in and down, letting the heart sink, letting the throat be heavy, letting the third eye rest, letting the top back of the head sink back a bit as you tuck your chin slightly, letting the top of the head be heavy by the bottom of the exhale. All right, now we're going to bring this knee up. So grab on to whichever knee you'd like. And inhale, reach the arms up again. Exhale. Now you're going to grab on to the outside of that knee with your elbow or your forearm, right? And maybe it's hard to grab. So maybe instead of grabbing it, you just place your elbow or your forearm on the outside of that leg. It doesn't matter which one. Just pick one and go for it. Go for it. You can do it. I don't know sometimes what the accents are that I do, but you know, that's okay. I'm doing my best. And we're going to be here for 5 minutes, so get cozy and remember that breath. So it's a lot of pressure, right? This might not feel all that restorative, but trust me, by the end, we're going to lay down and we're going to twist into it completely relaxed. So this is probably the most pressure or, you know, grip that you're going to have all class. So see if you can find a little bit of joy in it. And if you want to just chuck it, not even do it, fine. I ain't mad at you. I applaud you. You can bring that back arm back behind you, maybe up on a block, maybe up on your couch, or you can kind of bind with it. So take it and wrap it around a little bit. You're not gonna be able to see mine because I can't bind very far with this frozen shoulder. But the back of the knuckles are kind of resting on the low back, that little curve in the lumbar spine. And with every single breath here, you're going to inhale, fill up. It's going to be really hard to fill the belly because you're in such a crunched, tight space. But just try, just see what it feels like to have that much pressure. That's the pressure of perfectionism right there. That's what's holding you back, right? Feel your own self holding you back from being able to take a full breath. How many times do we do that in our daily lives, right? Who's in my way? Me. What's stopping me? I am. What's blocking? Myself. Yep, there you go. Embodied right here. So we're going to be here for 5 minutes, then we're going to release this. So pay attention to what all the sensations of the body are, because when we come out of it, we're going to feel the release of that. What's nice about twists is that there's a metaphysical resolving happening that we don't have to be conscious of. So because there's so much pressure being applied to Manipura and Swadhisthana, the low abdominals, that stuff's just being worked out that we can't even fathom. We wouldn't have been able to know it for ourselves. As you exhale, notice how it's actually easier to exhale. You can pull the belly back easier. You can pull the ribs down and closer because you can use the pressure against that thigh to really make that twist work for you. So continue to breathe at whatever pace you move at. Ending a sentence with a preposition, bad grammar. But inhale fully, see how hard that is, and then experience the ease of the exhale. Oh, I'm being supported to let go, right? It's just this nice reminder that whatever I'm trying to puff myself up and make myself look bigger and do more and take in more, and I don't have the capacity. It feels a whole heck of a lot better to just let go, right? But don't just let go. Release to the very bottom. Get all that gunk out that's sitting in the corners of the bathroom floor, right? You can get some collie breath going on. Clear it out. And just like my yoga teacher trainer, Everett Newell, says, we don't need to look at the gunk. We don't need to analyze it. South Node Virgo, we can let go of analyzing. We can let go of figuring it out. You know, let go of what category is this? Oh, is this fecal matter or is this, ant dung? Like who cares? It's disgusting. Flush it, bin it, burn it, whatever you need to do. Let it go. We don't need it. We don't need to look at it. We don't need to put it in a box and label it. Hey, this is what the disgusting, grime that I found in my bathtub is. No, doesn't matter. Let it go. All right. With every exhale, let's get to the deeper bottom of release, but not just release like bleh, release like there is power in the let go. There is force in the release of all that gunkity gunk gunk gunk. All right, we got 10 more seconds. And then we're going to inhale and come back to center. And then we're going to exhale and switch sides. So 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Whoa. Exhale. Switch the legs. Just sit and assess what's happening for you right now before you move on to grabbing the other leg. So big inhale as you bring that shin towards your chest. Big hail if you want to lift your arms up again. Big inhale, sorry. Big hail. We've had some big hail this year. And then wrap that arm around either the outside of the knee. Maybe you can get it into the crux of the elbow. I cannot. This shoulder is not going to let me do that. If not, you can place the arm kind of like we did at the beginning on the outside of the knee or thigh. So maybe it's like the back of kind of the elbow, kind of the upper forearm, the upper part of the lower forearm and twist, gaze back. So make sure this is comfortable somehow. So I'm actually another option is to just grab. You can kind of use your fingers to grab like the calf crease where it's against the back of your thigh or your back of your kneecap. You can hold there. So if this is too much, that's fine. It's way too much for me. I got too much stiffness going on. And perhaps you do too. So that's fine. But we're going to hold that. However it feels good for us, we're going to hold and breathe. So the same thing as before. We're going to be here for 5 minutes. We're going to inhale every time. Every time we inhale, we're going to inhale. Yeah, genius stuff. Fill up the spine. Let the breath rise. Low belly, ribs, heart, throat, third eye, and the chin comes down. Back of the head, bindu. Top of the head, crown, sahasrara. Fill up, shoulders back, and then exhale. We're going to feel that pressure, that twist. So that inhale again is meant to be challenging. It's not easy to breathe in to make your belly really full when you got your leg in the way, right? This is everything that's stopping you in life from moving forward, from taking up space, from getting big, right? Being that huge, loud, boisterous presence in the room. It's there, it's real, and you created it. How's that feel? It's your leg in the way. Right? So when you breathe in, feel it. Feel the pressure. It's okay. Right? And then exhale, we're going to utilize it. We're going to co-opt our own self to utilize it to twist and release all that shit. All that shit. What might happen tonight is you might need to use the restroom during class. Whenever you do twist, it not only is resolving internal power dynamics energetically and metaphysically, but it is also helping aid with digestion. So I understand if you need to get up, please excuse me if I need to and use the restroom. But when we exhale, we're not just letting it all go, right? We're not doing the whole, we're getting to the very bottom, every last drop of breath out with intention. And as we twist into it, We draw back the belly. We draw down the ribs. We let the heart sink. We let the throat be heavy, the third eye be heavy, the back of the head be heavy, the top of the head be heavy. We are compressing everything down and out. Apanasana. Apan is the down and out pranavayu. These are pathways of energy, of prana, of your life force, right? We're resolving and dissolving all that extra crap and gunk that's in the bathroom. It's a great visual, right? Pretty disgusting. But you know what I'm talking about. We don't need to go, oh, wait, what's that? What's being flushed down the toilet? Who gives a crap? I do, and I flush it. I flush it out. Every time we inhale, fill up the belly, feel the pressure. Every time we exhale, drawing everything in towards the spine. Crunch, crunch, crunch. It doesn't have to be forceful, but I bet it feels pretty darn good on the hips too. So the hips and the shoulders are they are the most mobile joints in the body. So we've got so much happening there that there's so many opportunities for not only, success and new pathways, but we also have more opportunities for pain and ways to get hurt. So it's also nice with this focus on physical health to realize, do I need to be that available? Do I need to be that mobile in all aspects of my life? Where can I actually set a boundary? And, maybe it's sometimes a good thing to draw back or hone in on, where am I just too free flowing? Where am I too giving of my energy, of my time, of my creative endeavors, of my passions, of my desires, of my capacity, right? We all have a capacity and again capabilities, and we can't use our capabilities beyond our capacity because there's nowhere else for me to go. I can't fill up my belly beyond my leg. This is physical matter here, and Virgo is earth energy. It's like, I can't move. I got flesh and skin and bone here. My belly cannot expand through it. It's not water. It's not air. It's a solid form. So we've got grounded earth energy, like saying, you can't do that. All right, next inhale, we're going to come back up and around to center, and you're going to realize what that feels like to just be open, arms down, stick your tongue out. Oh yeah. All right, we got 4 more postures for you. Let's kick it. Come to lie on your back. We're gonna do my absolute favorite posture of all time. If you're with me often, you might be sick of it, but like, how can you be sick of it? It feels so good. I'm gonna put the flat cushion underneath my butt bones because I don't like the hardness. Who does? You don't deserve it either. I'm gonna lie down. Right, nothing's under my head. I'm taking my right knee, whatever is opposite to where your bolster or your pillow is, use that. Take that opposite hand, place it outside of the thigh or knee, and then take a big inhale. Oh, look at all that space I got. I can fill up my belly, and then when I exhale, I'm drawing everything back, and I'm going to cross over my body as fast as I can or as slow as I want. Oh, and then we're going to leave it there. Right? We're just going to stay again for another 5 minutes as I read to you some more energetics. You can use this top hand to press into the thigh. You can massage that IT band that's probably aching. You can dig into that psoas muscle. Flavor is all your choice. So we are losing in this full moon the archetypes of specific details and having all the information and knowing everything and being able to categorize everything and having the exact correctness and perfect organization. You don't need it. You don't need it. Ooh, I'm going to unplug my computer so it doesn't get overcharged. Good catch, Beth. Oh, so just let it go and keep feeling that big inhale breath. Now you got a little bit of space here, right? The leg's not totally in the way. So how much can you fill up that belly? And then the beauty of it is keeping that opposite shoulder on the ground as you exhale and feeling that twist come in. Maybe it's more in the belly than the ribs, so maybe it's a bit more of Swadhisthana than Manipura, but whatever you're feeling, go with it. So the truth of this moon is you could be right. You could strive to be right. You could strive to be perfect and know it all. Or you could enjoy yourself and enjoy your life and actually be connected to people who you also love and want to continue with and along this journey. And you could be open to what they think and what they have to say and what they enjoy and what they desire and dream of, right? Or you can try to control them, which sounds like the friend that you want to hang out with, right? No one has to do everything perfectly. No one. And when we give in to believing this, we suffer. And when we accept that we don't have to do everything perfectly, we just can enjoy life. So, are we building a movement of joy? Or are we distancing and isolating ourselves because we want to be this like perfect, I don't know, this archetype of perfection that doesn't even exist. It doesn't exist. And how are we potentially dehumanizing ourselves with a very strict adherence to policies and procedures that have been put in place by people that aren't us, right? It's human. To err is human. So, do you not err? Are you a god or a goddess? I mean, we all are, right? We are all connected to the divine. But is that what we want? Or do we want to live in this earth, in this dimension, and interact with other humans and enjoy this existence together? And here's a great one for you by the incredible Sonia Francis. What are we losing when we don't accept that we need to just let go? What am I sacrificing when I can't just release it? Just let it go. Let it flitter out of your hand. I don't have control. One of my fellows always says, I don't rule the world. I can't. I can't rule the world. And I don't want to. So I need to let go of the belief that I can, that I even want to, and that I am capable of it. Because I'm not. I can rule me. And sometimes I can't even do that, right? Let's be honest. Okay, so Mercury is ruling this eclipse. Have you ever tried to hold Mercury in your hands? You can't. Mercury forces you to let it go. You can't hold it. You can't hold on. If you tried to pick up all the little pieces of Mercury, ever broken a thermometer? Thermometer? Um, that you use to take your temperature. If you ever break one and the mercury goes everywhere, you can't control it. You cannot grab it with human hands. It's all over the place and you can't even stop it or clean it up. It's ridiculous. So Mercury is in its decline. It's retrograde right now. So it keeps going back and forth over this like little point, and we'll get to that in a sec. Inhale, take your bent knee, side, arm, grab your leg, and inhale, lift it back to center. Oh, whoa. Rock it a little bit. Feel what's going on. Listen to it. Yeah. And then we're going to open up that hip. So you're going to bring that bolster to the other side. And now you're going to kind of scoot and shimmy so that you're on that side, the side, the knife edge of your body. You're going to place that arm that was once on top of your leg. How am I going to do this with this headpiece? Hold on. You're going to place your arm back behind you. Flip this over so I don't turn this off. And then you're going to lift that leg up and place it back on your bolster. Might take a little finagling. Ooh, it just kind of pulled my hamstring. Don't do that. Don't pull any muscles. I'm just gonna actually you're gonna be on your belly. Come onto your belly. Lift that leg up and back. Make sure it's in the right place on the bolster and just let it hang out. Then open this arm, this top arm, let it kind of open up. So this is the opposite of that twist, right? Just like we were doing when we were sitting down. We're letting ourselves open to the possibility of letting go, right? What can you let go right now? This is kind of a ridiculous posture, especially if you're not like set up perfectly with the leg behind you. So just let it fall, let it flop. There is no perfection, right? There's nothing that you should be looking like or doing. What feels good? What feels the most opening, the most releasing? Ah, Mercury is this this wild card. Mercury is such a wild card. Maniac even. How am I going to read this? Um It's like all data, all information are completely gone. We cannot put our finger on anything anymore. There's no more boxes, there's no more labels, and everything is not in place, and literally everything is broken. You might feel this about the world right now, right? We can't hold everything together. There is like no stopping the ridiculousness and the relentlessness of everything that's happening in our world. And we can't, and we shouldn't. Mercury goes everywhere and anywhere it wants, period. And it's struggling because the words, the speech aspect of Mercury, the winged messenger, words don't even make sense. It's like we all did a mushroom trip and we're just like, what? I mean, but that's exactly the metaphor for it. It's like, just let go. You can't control it. You are out of control, and for good reason. We don't need you to be controlling. We need you to relax. The words don't line up. It's like what our president does. It tells you a different story and never gets to the answer of the question you originally asked. But it tells you some kind of wild, wacky story that just confuses. That's it. And we're all just confused even more. And then we have nothing to say because it makes no sense. And no one knows that our strength is in being honest. That we don't know. We don't know what just happened, and we need help. Right? So another great aspect of this moon is it's an ask for help moon. It's somebody lied to you. You don't know what's going on. You need to get support and help. We need to ask in the right places. We need to not ask the same. We need to not go back to the same place we got traumatized or hurt to try to find the answer. Because it's not there. We know it. We know it's not there, right? That made me sick. That made me unwell. I need to go where the wellness is. And typically where the wellness is within us. It's our intuitive knowing. That's where we need to ask. We need to ask spirit. We need to ask higher power. We need to get very grounded and talk to the people that we trust and love. We need to get vocal in our communities and build from a space of a working perspective of what's rational, what actually helps. And that comes from this deep honoring of our own skill set, our own craft, our own gifts, our own system, our own values, our own beliefs. So we're going to loop back around in about 20 seconds. And the questions I want you to ask whenever you are thinking about doing something, right? Taking another action, striving for perfection. Is it necessary? Is it kind? And does it need to come from me? Take a big inhale and fall over onto your belly. You can reach your arms out to the side if you got the space. Don't even have the room. Take some breaths into that big belly and feel it pressing into the floor. Oh, what's coming up, guys? It's hard, right? It's hard to breathe into your belly when the floor is in the way. It's like, get out the way. Move. What do you feel? Do you feel the entirety of the whole universe beyond your arms if you close your eyes for a moment? Do you feel that infinite expansiveness? It's just wild. I absolutely love it. All right, bring your palms underneath of your chest and lift yourself up a little bit like a little cobra pose. Oh, feel that expanse across the belly and the ribs. Send your hips back over your heels just slightly so you can get into a little crouch mode, and we're just going to switch over to the other side. So you got your bolster on the other side. You're going to lie down on your back. Once more, you're going to lift your opposite knee to your chest. Give it a little huggy hug. And then take a big inhale, and you're going to cross it over the midline of your body as fast or as slow as you'd like. And let it rest on that bolster. All right, we're going to inhale deeply into that little bit of space now. We got some room. We got some area, some surface area to play with. So we're breathing, and as we exhale every time, we're going to bring that opposite shoulder in connection to the floor. Maybe the palm faces up. We can use this top hand to kind of massage into the leg or to apply some more pressure. Full and complete exhales. Maybe the head turns to one side. Oh, it's just so luxurious. We are so lucky we get to do these practices. So what you can ask yourself, also you can massage the IPD band, the psoas, like get grippy, get feely with yourself, get healthy, right? What does my lymph need to be circulated a bit more? Do I need to give myself some more touch and massage on a regular basis? Like Do for yourself what you need. So back to this Virgo energy. What can I offer to the world other than my opinion, right? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, they all stink. So in this time of great tension and, political strife and very divisive opinions, what might you offer to the world that doesn't involve your opinion on any topic? Right? It's just like, what's just a nice thing to do because you're a good person? Period. That like is inarguable, right? That someone who receives that is going to go, wow, thank you so much. Just thank you. That was so nice. I so appreciate that. What is that for you? What's that thing that you do so well that doesn't matter if you're right doing it? It's just the right thing to do. And everybody has this very special magic that only they can do that thing right? Only, well, I'll say mine. It's vegan chocolates. I'm just great at making them. So I make them. They're delicious. They bring a whole lot of joy to people, and I bring them as like a party favor. And damn, they're delicious. They're so good. I might even start my own line of them. Would you guys buy them? Nobody's gonna argue if you give them a coconut oil, pure cacao, and maple syrup chocolate. What? Like, unless you're allergic to chocolate or coconuts or maple syrup, I'm sorry, but no one's gonna be like, why did you do that? That was so wrong. No, they're just gonna love it and ask for more, right? Doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be a food. It doesn't have to be that simplistic, but like, what is your special gift? And maybe you have multiple special, unique gifts to offer to the world that, people are needing right now. So also what's really great about the Virgo energy that even though we're walking away from this like exacting and decisive and it has to be perfect, one of the valuable qualities of it, Virgo has loads of valuable qualities, but it's the detriment that we're trying to walk away from. We're walking away from the extreme aspects of it, that it needs to be that way, when really the light side, the resolve, the divine side of Virgo is that we're seeing with the full moon. It's like, yeah, all this stuff needs to go. We need to walk away from it. We need to release it and let it go. What we need to hold on to is the health benefits and the multi-purpose use of everything, so that we can be working in an efficient way, in a natural way, that we don't have to waste anything. Everything has a purpose, everything's put to use, not in like a place, like, oh, I put this here because it belongs here, but a function. Like everything has a purpose on this planet. Everything is here for a reason. Trees are here because we breathe from trees. If there's no trees on the planet, we can't breathe. So, like, the trees made our life possible. Everything has a purpose, a function. So how can we contribute more to the interexchange of knowledge, of wisdom, of use? Everything has a use. This is more like a utilitarian, make this healthy. Time to clear out the clutter. Clear it out. That's wherever Virgo is in your chart, whatever house, clear it out. Wipe the slate clean. We're going to come to the other side and then we're going to close out the session. So inhale, lift that leg up, support it, help it, love it, rock it, right? And then you're going to take that bolster or pillow or whatever you got and shift it back over the other side. This is the awkward part. So here we go. We're going to rock over to the side. I'm going to be really gentle because my shoulder hurts still. Place it out to the side. So we're coming from that hip and then lift the leg up and let it fall back behind you. If it doesn't go all the way back and it's like too high, maybe we need a block under there or something. I don't know. That didn't work, but maybe you just need to rest it. Whatever it is for you. Again, you do you. Oof. Maybe you need a block between your thighs to just like hold that leg up. Yeah, this leg does not want to go back there. It's like, hey, what are you doing? What's happening, hot stuff? Um, whatever. I'm just gonna let it go, right? Let it go. What position are you in? Stay there. I don't care. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if it's a yoga posture. Where does that leg want to be? Mine wants to be right here. Then we're gonna open the arm. Maybe that feels nice. Maybe it's ridiculous. Just try it. Ah, oh crap. I forgot to set the timer. I'm letting too much go here, guys. I'm letting too much go. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh shit, we're already out of time. Okay, if you have to go, this is the end of class. It's already 1 hour, so I'm sorry I kept you. But if you want to stay, we're just gonna do like probably about 7 more minutes. Okay, and this is good, juicy stuff, so I recommend it actually. So that part of your chart that you're clearing out is the part of your life that is going to be impacted the most from letting go. Right? This is where you need to cleanse. You need to not analyze, and you just need to release. Clear it out. And I'm just going to share this one aspect of life that's true. The earth works with us, and Virgo's earth energy. The earth works in symbiosis with humans if we let it. So if we release our waste, our human waste, into the soil, into the earth where we are living and growing our food, the mycelium, the network underneath of the earth, responds with its infinite natural intelligence and will produce food. It will read what we are lacking, and it will produce food that contains the essential amino acids that we need to thrive. Truth. If you pee and poo on your land and you grow food from it, the earth, the mycelium, the mushrooms, colonies will respond by producing the things that you are lacking because they read what is coming out in waste. And this is like the greatest truth that I can think of in the natural world, that we don't have to do so much. We don't have to work so hard. We don't have to analyze it because there is a natural counterpart in the world, on the earth, on this planet, that will do the work for us. We have plastic eating mushrooms. We have this is just miracles abound everywhere in the natural world. So what this moon is really saying is let go and let God, let Goddess. Let the things happen the way that they're meant to be by relying on the natural world, because it's here for us. And when we deny nature, when we deny our own nature, when we deny our own intuition and all those messages and signals that come through, it's bad for our health. Period. Point blank. It's not good for you. So do what's good for you and Pee in your garden. Poo in your garden. No, create compost from your own waste and watch how healthy you become. I don't even know when the last time I was sick was. I do it. I don't have my own garden though. I'm slowly building it, but these are the types of things that we can rely on, that we can trust, that are going to be taken care of for us, that we don't need, measurements and rubrics and systems. We can just go, oh, what do I need? Mushrooms will tell me. They'll figure it out. I'm not talking about psychedelic mushrooms. I'm talking about just all the different types of mushrooms that exist all over this planet that are interconnected to every plant, every tree, every blade of grass. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. All right, if that arm is bound, gently bring it back, really gently if you're a 40-plus-year-old woman, because you start to lose estrogen, which is an anti-inflammatory, and you might have a frozen shoulder like me. Okay, and now we're going to come back onto our bellies, just flop down. Oh, oh. Extend both arms out to the sides. However much space you have, take it up. Feel, just feel. Oh my goodness. Just feel the infinite space. Keep your eyes closed. The infinite space that lies before you. The infinite possibility. Try to take a big inhale. Notice how hard it is. Exhale and release and let go. Notice the ease. How the tailbone just sinks down a little bit. 2 more. Inhale, fill up the belly. This is like your belly lying Shavasana. Exhale. Easy, let go. Last one. The belly fill up. Let the low back curve fill up. Exhale, draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Draw the ribs down towards the pubic bone. It's like a reverse crunch. And then very gently press yourself back up to a comfortable seat. Oh, keep your eyes closed. I want to thank you, if you are still here with me tonight, for just sticking around, for showing me some love, and showing yourself some love and grace and release. That is all we need right now, is to let go. May you enjoy not having to be perfect, not having to do anything a certain way that you didn't even invent. And may you tune in and follow that inner guidance. There is a voice inside of you that whispers all day long. I feel that this is right for me. I know that this is wrong. No teacher, preacher, parent, friend, or wise man or woman can decide what's right for you. Just listen to the voice that speaks inside. Shel Silverstein. Please listen to your intuition. Let this moon and eclipse clear out all the gunk and clutter that keeps you believing that you need to be a certain way, and just be you. Be your natural, beautiful, wonderful self. Give of your heart with love and live through your purpose. Only you have that special thing. I love you. I'll see you next time.